photography itself is a ministry. If you don't see it as that, you won't effect change that desire. If you don't see what you are giving out as a ministry itself or as a tool for change, you cannot give it out. You have to believe and you have to accept that fact that okay, what I'm giving out is a tool for change, is a ministry. When the generation to come sees this, what are they going to say about it?
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of You Inspire Me. And once again, I'm with someone that inspires me. Let me give you a backstory. So my guest today has been my photographer from day one. He was my wedding photographer. When I was pregnant, you have to remember, I remind you, when I was pregnant for my son, I took my maternity shoot, he was my photographer. My baby's 1 year birthday shoot, he's my photographer. Last year we had an anniversary shoot. He was still my photographer. So it's like my official family photographer. Today I'm with Ende of EC Concepts Photography. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, members. Jindu for having me. Thank you so much.
So maybe just a bit about yourself. Everybody knows you as EC Concepts. Well, what's your full name? When did you grow up? When did you go to school? Stuff like that.
Okay, my full name is Ende.
Oh, so I need to pronounce it well too. Wow.
What's that? So you can call me Ende for short.
Ende for sure.
Okay. By the grace of God, I'm the owner of EC Concept because the real owner just arrived.
Congrats on your baby. Congrats.
You.
It's now the latest father in town. You can see how it's looking fresh.
Yes. Sir.
That's what father who can do, right?
Yeah.
So tell us a bit about how you decided that okay, this is my life. I want to just be a photographer. How did you end up at that?
Okay, did I ever decide I want to be? But I think situation.
Life happened.
Life just happened.
Yeah, tell us the story.
I don't want to be a medical doctor, not.
Wait, calm down.
While growing up, I wanted to be a medical doctor.
Okay.
So, but Jam did not allow me.
Jack was jamming you.
Did not allow me to fulfill my dreams. Okay, I actually did medicine 1 year.
Wow.
Of Ghana, so I came back home. So I have to.
Wait, what did you do?
I studied this at me. Medicine was like this.
Okay, amazing. So how did you end up being a photographer? I want to hear that.
Actually, I was a graphic designer. I was working in an establishment where they do photography, printing, photo book production, frame production, and all that. So I was their graphic designer. So I met a friend who was a photographer. So he sold the idea to me like, there's money in photography. Why don't I invest in photography?
You went to photography for money.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, I'll be saying that like I did not come into photography because some person saying because of passion. Oh, it was money. Oh, sorry. So I was like, okay, let me give it a try. So I invested money and we opened a studio. We got equipment and started running. So I was still working in the establishment.
Yeah.
So that my friend was managing the studio for me and the studio was running. So process 1 year, 2 years, you know this notion about business, like your business will not give you money until like after.
Yeah, you have to.
It's very wrong. It's not true.
It's not true.
It's not true. That was how they deceived us. So I was like, okay. I was even using my salary to pay the staff most.
Are you serious?
So after that, I have to just tell my boss that I need some time to focus on the studio so that I can know what's going on there. So I have to learn photography in the hard way because during the process the person left.
Wow.
I was left with my studio and my equipment and myself.
Wow.
So I didn't have a choice. So I have to go to YouTube, learn photography.
You learned photography from YouTube?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So the good part was I was privileged with equipment. So most of the problem what people face now is even if you have that passion to go to YouTube, you will not say anything to practical. So my advantage was I was going to YouTube and I had gadgets. So it was really fast for me. So that was how I learned photography. And
wow.
To God be the glory, it has been awesome.
I have to say something. Mario, the thing you use your phone to do is press phone on IG. Somebody here, a CEO, he learns photography from YouTube. That's really, really very inspiring. So let me ask you my next question. So what inspires when you're behind your lens? Because I've seen your pictures and you're quite creative. Even if you're telling me now that you went to photography for money, your pictures are actually very creative. So what inspires when you're holding your camera? What inspires and how do you translate that inspiration into your pictures?
Okay, one thing that I love about photography is the fact that you have to freeze moments. So anytime I'm behind the camera, I try to see a different picture from what everybody, not a neutral person, is saying. And what really made me to grow fast is the fact that when you are tired of a particular situation, you don't have a choice than to learn more.
Yeah.
So I always desire to get better. I don't like you meeting me in the same position you left me. So that was my basic for my creativity.
Okay.
I always want to get better from the initial stage.
Okay, maybe you should walk us through your creative process from when you conceptualize an idea of how to take a picture onto the final process.
Okay, firstly, when you reach out that you want to do a photo shoot, and I ask you what's the idea of the shoot.
Okay.
Most times, on this part of Nigeria, we have a lot of clients that just busting. They don't usually allow you to explore your creativity very well in the beginning. So yeah, because they don't like booking. Most times when you are very strict with, you have to book. They don't know it's for their own good and for the betterment of the result.
Yeah.
Because when you make arrangements and you book ahead, it will help the creative to be more creative. Yeah, it will give the person to do research, create a mood board, and even share with you. So before you get to the studio, we already know what we're looking for. We already know what we want to achieve. It makes the whole process to be very fast. But that's why you see that a lot of creative that comes out from those states, they are usually very good because we are very stressed. You see that people just
very stressed.
Yes, people just walk into the studio and you don't even know what to do. You just start manipulating things immediately and you still get good results. So that's a lot of work. Imagine that same person, you give the person time to process whatever you want to do. You see that the person will be better.
Of course.
So the idea behind my creativity and the whole process is when you come, we're already used to the environment of being stressed. So immediately I just think of what to do quickly because we need to make money. That's what's important. My first impression of the job is to make money. So when I'm not getting that, it's a problem for me. So I always want to make sure that I give you what you want, so that you can come back
and even make referrals for you, right?
Yeah, thank you.
That's amazing. So, as an expert in this industry, how do you think people can use photography to inspire others to cause a change?
Like me, what I usually say is, whatever you're doing is a ministry. You don't have to be on the pulpit to preach before you do your ministry.
Yeah.
Photography itself is a ministry. If you don't see it as that, you won't effect the change like desire. There are some persons, the content they put out there does not have any positive impact.
Not any value.
So if you don't see what you are giving out as a ministry itself or as a tool for change, you cannot give it out. You can't give what you don't have. So you have to believe and you have to accept that fact that, okay, what I'm giving out is a tool for change, it's a ministry. When the generation to come sees this, what are they going to see about it? What is their narrative about it?
Yeah.
How are they going to accept it? We came from the era of black and white, color.
Yeah.
Most times when we see those black and white pictures, they are still very much appreciated. Even the fashion thing is evolving now. You see now is palazzo trousers now that is coming back.
Palazzo used to reign back then. That's the funny thing.
That's why it's coming back.
Then.
So I used to tell people that you need to just be yourself. Because if you are following what is trendy, you keep moving up and down, you won't have a particular direction. So
that's amazing. I like what you said about photography being a calling, right? So just look for my picture. Your pictures speak words, speak meaning, they add value to people when they see it. Amazing. So I want to talk about a particular photography experience, one of your events that you've done that left it that you can never forget. It can be good or bad, but at the end of the day, let's learn a lesson from it. Okay,
I think when I started photography, photography is very interesting.
Okay.
So one of the moments that that have stuck to my head is I happened to document an event, a show where I was on stage with Keith Daniel. So one of my friends that was into photography made a video of me out with Daniel on the stage.
Okay.
So when he sent me the video, I think like the next day, I keep playing that video. I was like, so is this picture thing that puts me on the same stage? Like I was practically standing with Kizzy Daniel like this on the stage as he was standing me. I was holding my camera, so we're both performing. So
Yeah, they're both performing.
so that memory is always sticking in my head. I was like, oh, from then I have to value the work. Like this work can actually put you in places where you never believe you can be.
Okay, let's take a quick break from this serious question. Let me ask you some fun questions that will make us laugh a bit. So, Eba or Fufu, will you choose?
Ever.
Why?
I prefer. I like everything. I don't like anything white. I don't like white.
So, let me know because it's white.
I don't like. I like
That's good to know. Okay, comedy or horror movie?
comedy,
Okay. Text or phone call?
phone calls.
Okay, so this one, I feel like I know the answer is about asking. So, would you prefer a full phone battery or a full fuel tank? I feel like both are answering because you need your phone to get
battery
or full fuel tank. Choose one.
Full phone battery can give me more than 10 full for a tank.
Oh shit! Then lastly, are you an early bird or a night owl?
Nice although.
I think that most critical in your industry.
I don't sleep at all.
Editing or researching. Okay. That is my next question. So we know that, as you already mentioned, photography is ever evolving. How do you ensure that you are always, learning and pushing beyond the bounds of your creativity to ensure that your business keeps growing?
Okay. Well, a lot of persons don't believe that. By November, I'll be 10 years. But
Wow!
yeah, a lot of persons don't.
Amazing!
A lot of persons don't believe that. But
You don't look it anyway.
Yeah.
You are quite young, right?
So the thing is, when I started this business, I prayed for one thing that I noticed that most persons just reign and feed up. So there was one thing I prayed for. I was like, I want to stay relevant for as I can stay.
Yeah, for the longest time.
So I don't want to be very popular, and I don't want to just be there. I just want to be there. So I think God has really been helping me. I don't even know how it happens. I cannot really say it's attached to my being creative, because if you look at the industry, I'm not the most creative. But you can't throw me out.
Wow!
So I think God has just been helpful. That part is God.
I like that. I like a lot of people just feel like I just run. Life is spiritual. I always say this thing. You cannot run a business successfully and not have the God factor somewhere in between. It has to just be there, right? Especially for us as believers. So my last question, people that are aspiring to be creative, people like you, photographers, videographers, what advice do you have for them?
Stay in the place of hard work. This generation, they don't want to stay.
Gen Z, come and hear something.
They don't want to stay. I practically work for a lot of persons for free many times. But the thing is, the good part is those things are really paying off now. So you see this generation, I thank God I'm not Gen Z actually. You see now, like they don't want to stay. Everybody is quick to conclude on a lot of things. When you are serving, you think your boss is using you.
Yeah.
If you don't want to be used, you become useless.
Wow.
Yeah.
Word.
You think that your boss is using you, but if your boss doesn't use you, it means you are not useful. So when you are being used, it means there's something in you that the man really needs. So I think this generation should stay. There's something like hard work. There's something like service. Service speaks a lot. Service takes you. It works in a geometric operation. It takes you from 0 to 10 automatically. It don't take you from 0 to 1. No. Service pushes you faster. There are some steps that your boss will go through, and when you are loyal, he will not want to go through that route. He will want to just take you and put you right.
He will skip some
So
steps.
when you don't serve, we are not loyal, he will allow you to struggle. He will allow you to
Amazing. Thank you so much for coming on the Inspire Me series. It's been an amazing gist. I think it was to be right. I absolutely enjoyed it. I'm sure that everybody that's watching it will learn so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Bye.